It's Week 16 of the National Football League.
And we'll get a look here at Trey Lance.
He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the 49ers and the Ravens under the lights on Monday night.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16 as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this, not your typical Monday night. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Merry Christmas to you and yours, everyone at home. But, Charles, this, the third of 3 here on this Christmas day. We saw the 49ers, remember, on Thanksgiving night as well. Now they're back, looking to turn the tables on the team that got the better of them in Super Bowl 47. It's the nightcap to a big Christmas day full of football. The Ravens and the Niners. Off we go from Santa Clara. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Niners set to take over for the first time, and it is the 23-year-old Trey Lance who has the keys to the offense in his 3rd season now out of North Dakota State.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, but I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Lance looking to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Niners coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw left side, complete to McLeod.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Lance looks to throw again. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop them.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson options out left and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll start out here with the option left. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Jackson. Look at the ball. And Andrews lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. Now 2nd and 9.
At the 3-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Lance. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
On first down, Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
And Lance now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A short throw caught by Andrews.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
In that first half, we were treated to a stellar performance by quarterback Trey Lance. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 9. To throw is Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
On the option right is Jackson.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. On 3rd down, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Play action. Now it's Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but now the field takes it across the 40-yard line. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Lance looking to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 28-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Trailing 10-3, a minute 53 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
That is caught. Bateman on the move past the 40. Still going. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 61 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Lance. Finding Samuel. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
If they do that. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
For the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is third down. Jackson to throw. And he'll be brought down. Still a yard or two short even of the first down. So things looking bleak here. They've got to convert on fourth.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I'd take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Lance with a first throw in overtime.
His pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. He did not have a catch to that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The Lance going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime?
Connecting with Andrews.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Throwing. Jackson.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
The outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.